Hello and welcome to my stream today, where we will be continuing Girls Frontline. Also, hello Bakasura. How are you doing today? Well, last week, we have jumped into the Polarized Light event, which is very neat and very cool. But man, it has some maps that are a pain in the ass.
お待ちしてました指揮官。ご命令を。
Yes, load. Okay, thank you. Let's remind of the dangers of the internet today. Should I be concerned?
ボス、やっと帰ってきたか。
Anything bad or anything that I'm just misunderstanding? Polarized lights. Wow. So, good stuff for your bank account. You found a 2013 Ford Mustang for a mere... Ooh. Well, I'm personally not the biggest fan of the 2013 Ford Mustang. The modern Mustangs just don't speak to me that much. I don't understand what you mean. Pretty sure that we've done this already. We have. I think we stopped either here or here. Well, we certainly haven't done this one yet, so I'm just going to quickly take a look at this map. Don't even have a license, you're considering buying it. We have done this one. Okay, I know exactly where we stopped then. Very good. Now, I do have a license, obviously. Though... I just actually got a very expensive photo sent to me by the government. So, what was 60 bucks, but, you know, still. Total internal reflection. Outside the quarantine wall. But yeah, what I wanted to say is that I'm thinking about getting a different car, but man, worst kind of picture to have taken. Yeah. Again, it wasn't that much. It was 60 bucks though, so yeah. I was considering to screenshot the picture and then post it, but at the same time, nah, I think that's a bad idea. We didn't run into any enemies along the way. I'm so bored. Isn't that like if enemies a good thing? With 60 bucks you could have spent elsewhere? Exactly. It's like 3 hours and a bit of working. 3.5 maybe. Actually, probably less, but oh well. But you know, 3.5 could be... Yeah, that could be around about accurate. Yeah. But it is, but I'm still bored up here on the roof. I wouldn't mind if it was bored, if this boredom went on a little longer. Bro, are we there yet? The road conditions are terrible. We can't drive too fast. And the map didn't include any geographical data about this place. Dandelion isn't all powerful. I can hear explosions. We need to get to our objective ASAP. The military must be hitting them with a barrage. They're going to exchange fire soon. I wonder if the commander can really last 30 minutes. The commander will make it, and every second we will buy will raise the commander's chances than that much more. Got it. We're all ready. Yeah, me too. Wait a minute, is this a burst signal? What happens? Valve picked up some kind of false connection, like in the kind of Talon. They'll be going offline after this. In other words, down light or Somas in the base. Dandelion. The results from his scans are correct. I have not detected any related signals. However, I can feel something. I guess you felt it too, or rather, right now everyone has. What do you mean? Whoa, look at the sky! Is that A blue aurora. But how could there be an aurora here? Also, isn't this daytime? An aurora? It's not just the aurora. Will we see that scene from back then in this place too? We can find closure here, and the storm stirred up by the butterfly's wings will come to an end. Surely Father's wish will be fulfilled now. These voices are... It seems you feel it too. What's happening inside the base? The OJS signal broadcast has grown stronger. It seems that whatever 16 is doing, her plan is now rapidly accelerating. Is it the starfish? What exactly does it hide? That is not something I have an answer to. Inside the military train. Are you sure? Can you verify that there is an aurora in the airspace above the base? Yes. Send me the image data. Captain, is it time? Have all units prepared to attack, then put me on a direct line to Moscow. Yes, sir. An encrypted transmission begins. General Carter, the phenomenon you mentioned earlier has occurred. I know. Our comrades have made their move. The mainframe has been activated. Time is of the essence. The server inside that base must be activated as well. Looks like he didn't lie to us. We've paid everything we can pay, so we must take everything we are owed. He wasn't trustworthy given the circumstances. It was only a matter of time before he betrayed us, but we can no longer hesitate now. Understood. I'll complete the mission as soon as possible. Even now, those traitors are arresting our compatriots. There isn't much time left for you. Don't let the sacrifice be in vain. I guarantee that we'll complete the mission. I will take the base before the mainframe is shut down. As for the ones pulling the strings behind the scenes... Hello, Mummy Donut. Hello, Donuts. Crowd's Frontline, yes. This time of the year, in this part of the country, look, that's entirely above my airspace. Impossible. Neither I nor any of my men will surrender to them. I'm sorry. Once again, I've made you lead your comrades into a battlefield from which there is no return. Diego laughs. He does not do this often. Of course, I've been prepared for this a long time. Please do what you ought to do, the General. The encrypted transmission ends. More likely than you think, actually. Comrades, inform the frontline units, begin the attack, and crush Griffin. Yeah, in other words, Griffin is in a really bad spot right now. The military has just gotten a reason to really up the ante. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. It's not a good time. So, combat mission here. Retrieve 2 disconnected T-dolls. And occupy the specific helipod, the one like that. Now there is 3, and I think there is a special thing for securing 3. But the good thing is that these enemies are not too heavy. Why does he look like he's wearing NASA's spacesuit painted green? Because he's wearing a hazmat suit protecting him from the radiation zones. You mean the ATO? Actually give me something that's... You know what? This will do. This will do. Hi, Beaking. What are you playing? Girls Frontline. It's a... the moon landings were just over 50 years ago. Not 80. I mean, I know what he means, though. It's 1970s. 1969, I believe. Girls Frontline is a gacha game. Typo. It's a gacha game where, well, short explanation without going through the entire thing yet again, because I do that every week at this point. Girls are guns. Or guns are girls. Sort of, kind of. There's more to it. and a more genuine explanation to the whole ordeal, but again, I go through it every week, and it becomes a very, very stale thing to explain every time. And essentially there's a massive story going on in the game, and I'm playing through all of the events. Is it good? It's fun, but it is definitely not the type of game anyone likes. It's sort of kind of a game that you need to have a taste for. A game where you explore the moral consequences of arming domestic androids and sending them to war. Honestly, more accurate than you'd believe. It is a very fun game if you... Not actually the reason I play the game, but close enough, I guess. Thank you very much for the follow, the Bee King. Sorry. What the fuck are you? Why are you like this? Huh. There's a few of those, actually. That's pain. The story begins in a fairly simple way. Your coalition unit mailed those guys. I don't really use coalition units that much, I'll be honest. I only really have this squad, and it's very basic. To go through some basic story explanation, which will mean that I will go through the thing that I said earlier. Anyway, dolls were developed to help out in daily life as, well, whatever you could really use a helper for. Be it physical labor, be it a store clerk, be it just being there for the elderly or whatnot. Anything, really. The reason they are women is because, well, people usually take to women a little bit easier than to men. But, you know, generalizing. Thus making them sell better. And the way that that became a weapons thing is by them being outdated. And being sold off. Naked because... No. Bad. I am aware of the fan-made installations. God damn it. There we go. There's my head rate. The way that it all came running is essentially that there was a PMC who bought up all of the superfluous and outdated dolls, which is Griffin, the ones we are, that's our faction, that's us, and turned them into actual sort of soldiers by assigning them to a weapon, giving them a firing module, and making them be very, very proficient at using that specific weapon. Gotta love that the future of this game has not done away with modularity and aftermarket parts. Yeah. However, Bakasura, you do not know what you are... what this is about. It's a cooler battle bots. Sort of, kind of. The way that we ended up in the storyline is that this PMC has been assigned to... The PMC was founded by Peter Griffin. No! You do not dare shame our man that way. Kruger is way cooler. Yeah. This PMC that we are playing as, the Griffin Company, Griffin and Kruger PMC, has been assigned to hold the border, or defend the border of sector against another company that produces dolls, where the dolls have actually overthrown their creators, killed their creators, and started mass producing themselves. However, hostile to humanity. You live in Peter Griffin's neighborhood, he told you he founded that BMC. So, Texas. It's quite a game. There is a lot of stuff going on. That entire plot point of the start is really the start of it, and is not really valid anymore. That enemy faction is not really around much. Especially after this event. The choke point 8 kilometers away from the Poldiski base is filled with clouds of gunsmoke and the flames of cannon fire. The earth rumbles. The dolls frantically scramble into their trenches to avoid the blast and shrapnel as shells rain down on them. And as for the dolls who have already fallen, the repeated explosions blast their paths in all directions. The blizzard whipping through the Estonian sky is a sign of the military's victory. So, we finished off a round of effective fire from the train guns. After the soldier delivers his report to the squad leader, the latter takes up his binoculars and observes the point of impact. Griffin's recon teams were spotted moving around several minutes ago, but after a few rounds of fire, they're no longer black in this line of sight. Carry on. The enemy is hunkering down on the choke points. Give them another full volley. Understood. Quartz, this is Hematite. The attack order has been given. Enemy coordinates are PE 454 321 12. Begin a creeping barrage in 20 seconds and bombard those coordinates for 15 minutes. Quartz receives. Preparing to execute. Over. At the Griffin lines. Aren't they done firing yet? Don't raise your heads. That's why I told you to dig the trenches deeper. You worked me so hard I thought I would run out of power before the enemy even showed up. Meanwhile, Thompson, who has been separated from the others, is desperately trying to find their teammates. Repeat to all Squad B members. Recon team reports enemy forces approaching. Get to battle stations ASAP and carry out the defense plan. I repeat, enemy forces approaching. Get to battle stations ASAP and carry out the defense plan. God damn it, why did comms have to cut out now of all times? AT-52 and Sten are lost on the other end of the battlefield. Shelter's still flying. Where's the team leader? Name the units after middle slow. Fucking nerds. There's no response from comms. Are we the only ones left? Quick, look for dummies that have lost their mainframes. We can't let the defense line crumble on our watch. Yeah, I'm coming. Hurry, hurry, jump in. The enemy is really closing in. We need to stick to the plan and let them pass over our heads. Pretty well concealed here, but if they find us, we won't even have the chance to return fire. This is the commander's plan. It's sure to succeed. Once those bastards show us their backs, we're going to make them pay for what they did to Leader. Quad Hematite, we're at the designated location. No enemies inside and scans are being disrupted. Should we proceed? Over. This is Hematite. The enemy might have set up an ambush. Proceed with caution. Over. Quads copies. Unit position has been adjusted. Autonomous units are conducting reconnaissance. Feel free to request fire support as needed. Over. Hematite copies. Please await fire support request. Over. Copy that. Commencing operation. Reversibility. Also, I like the way that I like the fact that this story bit is called sine wave, and in the background you just see an actual sine wave, and then it goes back to straight line. Reversibility 1. Inside the train's command room. Down the line, how's the situation? We've jammed the military scanning frequencies as planned, so the enemy hasn't discovered our ambush positions yet. I've subverted part of the military's autonomous units, but the opposition has isolated their signals, so there aren't many units which can be used to fight. That's all, huh? A moment, please. The military is resisting our hacking and is attempting to counter-jam our frequencies. It will take a while before communications can resume. The last message from our comms indicates that Group B attacked the military's infantry from behind and has thrown the back of the first wave of enemies. Our forces have taken 60% casualties, but they can still hold the line. Sounds like good news. How fast the north side, Kalina? Comms on my side are jammed too. The northern forces were exchanging fire with enemy units 3 minutes ago, and the echelon leaders reported that their losses were minimal. The enemies didn't launch an assault. What are they afraid of? Is it because of the defense cuts in the base? I wonder if M4 and the others have made it there. The sound of continuous gunfire and explosions drifts over from the distance. The window frame trembles faintly. Something doesn't sound right. Why are the shells falling outside the northern defensive line? Down the line, can you restore comms? The military jamming is severe. I'm currently doing my best to preserve Xenon network connectivity. Kalina, fetch me the binoculars. Through the binoculars, Griffin dots can be seen in the distance, running frantically over the open ground to avoid the sham of artillery shells. Many dots try to run back to the defense line, but the explosions soon engulf them. Damn military! On the other side. Was as you said, as they were jammed, the dots were easily drawn out. That's all there is to civilian dots. Continue jamming the networks. Dots with a human commander are nothing but trash. Are the armored units ready? Type to Zircon. What's your status? Are you ready to move out? Over. Zircon copies. Ready to commence the assault at any time. Over. Yes, send them out. Break through Griffin's defense line and transfer some forces to Quartz. Your priority is to take control of the naval defense platforms and then come back to exterminate these vermin. Outside copies. Beginning operation. Transferring a mobile team to attack Route 12 to cover Quartz, as outlined in Plan B. Over. Zircon copies. We're setting out right now. Over. Give them one last creeping barrage. It'll be danger close. Be mindful of friendly positions. Yes, sir. Reversibility 2. It's a battle map. So yeah, there's a lot of story to this, and currently we're fighting the military. Which is obviously a lot more well-funded and a lot more well-equipped than a random PMC. So, we're struggling. Where are you patrolling to? You are patrolling all the way over there. How am I gonna get around you? Now there's absolutely a way to cheese this. I'll let you know that right away. If we don't hit allied positions, the range is not close enough. This isn't the Helldivers, man. Can't just do that. I think I know how I'm supposed to do this. If there's a way to do that. I didn't mean to press that. I pressed spacebar, which is apparently end turn. Whoops. Pew. Bang bang. I don't need to get precision munitions to the degree that I wouldn't be too sure. He does have quite a lot of stuff in his back pocket, you know? So let's just pass behind these enemies. Now pass without a trace. Phew. Let's not forget that this game plays in like 2060 something or something like that, or 2070 something. Now it is very unfortunate that I wasted a turn by pressing spacebar once, so I'm probably not going to get the gold medal. Held out orbital munitions at eagle strikes of the target variance of lol no centimeter. I guess. Don't worry, all we need is one person. All we need is Lieutenant Miller, and suddenly our airstrikes will have perfect accuracy. And we'll need a new Lieutenant Miller. Where? Where? Is this close enough? Will I win or will I lose? Yes. Where? For the people that remember Miller, she was a badass. And the sacrifice will not be in vain. Actually, already wasn't in vain. We kind of have her back in the current point in the story already, sort of, but she did kind of bomb herself into submission, which is unfortunate. Cosine signal. Inside the command room. Commander, the military armored units have begun their assault on the northern defense line. It's a saturation attack. Our Hawks can't stop them. Losses to our frontline echelons are over 85%. Just too weak, huh? Down the line, can you have the northern echelon fall back to our train? If the armored units flank this train, then we're done for. I'm relaying orders now and reorganizing our remaining forces in the most optimal manner. Also, the backup dots have pinpointed locations of the armored units. They are not trying to approach the train's position. The objective is probably the coastal gun platforms. Once they break through our lines, they'll probably head for it at full speed. If airstrike accuracy would how did she bomb herself? You see, she only had one more marker, and there was 3 targets, and all 3 of those targets really wanted to get her. So the way to do it was to lure the enemies to herself, and just hold the marker. Yeah. That's worse than if they would head right for us. Send this news to the air team. Make sure they know that we have to reach the Shoguns before the military. Attempting to contact them. Oscar 4-4. Have they still not found a way to open the main gate? They are still running silent. Continue to monitor the transmissions. We'll move once we get word from them. Well, we could hold out for 30 minutes, but it's only been 10. Sitting ducks here until that gate opens. Why throw markers if you can transmit coordinates? Because it was jammed. Do you remember the event with the train? In the middle of the wilderness? In the middle of a red zone? In the middle of military and gangster forces? Yeah. Commander. Commander, the ECACM is effective. Comms has been partially restored. You look sad. That seems more important now. Have the northern echelons begun withdrawing? They're trying to regroup, but there's a sustained barrage targeted at them. Also, the southern defense line is taking the second round of attacks. The enemy's human infantry are moving up and there. No autonomous units to hack. Losses on the southern line are up to 70%. Should we order them to continue fighting? Have them pull back to the train as well. Instruct the backup teams to prepare for combat. Yes, Commander. In the corner of the battlefield, the Dons here are carrying on perfectly normally, as though the gunfire and chaos outside have nothing to do with this place. Girls, orders from the Commander. Patch them in. I really like the design of SL8. Yes, understood. Why are you making that face? When the Commander gives orders, you got to listen solemnly. Don't worry, everything's still going as planned. Everyone prepare to withdraw, guard your mainframes well, and if need be, use your dummies as meat shields. It's actually trip walking backwards. Right, everyone step lively. The gunshot rings out. Well, that was fast. Everyone get ready for battle. I spotted some remaining dolls. Everyone, on me. All forces retreat. We can't go yet. The other echelon is still in their positions. Ingram, now's not the time for heroics. The commander's given orders. Huh? You want me to go when P7's still in danger? Ingram, you... Give me your dummies. I'll hold the enemy up. You stay behind, Ingram. Everyone else, give your dummies to her. Then fall back with me. But... That's more like it. Thanks, boss. Are we going to abandon Ingram? Are we going to abandon everyone else? Don't let Ingram's sacrifice to go to waste. All we can do is to repay her in the end by winning. Ingram doesn't look back at her teammates as they retreat. She erupts her tired eyes and leads the remaining dummies toward the military commandos. More gunshots. Inside the train command room. Commander, there are fewer and fewer echelons capable of responding to us at the forward defense line. And the military units are now within 2 kilometers of us. Activate the trench defense weapons. Let the enemy vanguard pass, then interdict the battlefield. Do your best to cover the retreating echelons. Commit all of our reserves. Have them block the enemy forces along with the retreating echelons. Our train is almost out of ammunition. I know. Still nowhere from fall. Not yet. Come on, Miss 45. Please, hurry up. That is Chapter 1. I know that we didn't play these 2 maps, but they're just extra difficulty. Chapter 2, Bifocal Prism. Polarized L1. On Squad 4's end. We're almost at the coordinates. Considering how we're not picking up any other movements, it seems our allies being pretty calm. Gunshots. Oh my, it seems our reinforcements are quite cautious, given how they've shut off the Zena protocol ports. Ammo reserves are almost dry. I do not recommend wasting our processor cycles on idle chatter. I'm transmitting over unencrypted radio. Reply to the transmission. The Squad 4, operating with Griffin. Identify yourselves. 2 of us are members of Task Force Defy. I was about to say that our takeout bot ought to have arrived by now. Are you currently in control of the barrier gates? Yes, we are, but it's under our control, at least while our ammo holds out. So whatever you're thinking of doing, you better do it fast. The transmission ends. The voice print matches the previous transmission. Let's go up and help them. Got it. We'll go from the left, mind your fire. Polarizer 2. Wee. Now, there's a lot of combat in this event, but there's also a lot of dialogue. Now, welcome to more missions. It's just occupy command posts, eliminate at least 8 enemies. Actually, it's either of the 2. Now, the good thing is that all of these are normal stuff. There isn't really anything super special about these enemies.
移動を始めますよ、お嬢様方。共に戦場へと向かいましょう。
Spawn another unit. You know what? Fight for me, the fight. You like the mission whether you have to actually kill enemies instead of solve some puzzle? It's 50-50 for me. I like the puzzle maps to an extent. If they're not complete bullshit. Hello, Greekos. How are you doing? Yes, it is women with guns. You are not wrong. Doing good. Nice to hear. I am actually not the biggest fan of some of the maps where you have to kill stuff, for the specific reason that at some point they reach such a ridiculous difficulty level that they're not actually fun to do. Because, again, I say this to a few people that I hear, while I do understand that a lot of people, a certain group of people has a lot of fun playing the extremely hard missions where you need to kite in perfectly and everything, I just find them a hassle to be annoying. They're not really for me. Well, I don't mind something a little bit more difficult than, you know, what I'm currently doing. That's just because this event doesn't really have any difficulty settings apart from some extra missions that are more difficult. So, we actually almost have won this map already because I'm about to capture the command post. Yep. And straight into the command post. I need to move my squad 1. For a very simple reason. If I end turn now, the first thing that will happen is that we might lose. You know what, I'm just gonna cheese this a little bit. I'm not supposed to be able to spawn this, but here we are. End turn, we win. Mission success. Very good. Polarizer 3. Oh right, that's the first time that these things, the sexy agent. Agent does look great. Yeah, there's some first time appearances of certain enemies here. Actually, no, it's not the first time appearance. These guys, I hate them. I wish they didn't exist, but hey. At low levels of difficulty, they shouldn't be too big of an issue. Eliminate all enemies on the map in 3 turns. You know what would deal with them? What would deal with them, Bakasura? Let me know. Orbital supremacy? You have a point. We've learned this very recently. How many combat echelons can I spawn? 2. Technically 3. Why did not argue the Davy Crockett as a hawk? Not yet. Who knows, they might. Because who does not want a nuclear mortar? A nuclear recoilless rifle? It's not like, it sounds a bit stupid. Look it up. It's even dumber than you think. It barely had enough range to put the infantry crew shooting the gun out of the range of the fucking radiation. Should have added the javelin, though. I agree. I absolutely agree. Javelin should have been a must-have. It's stupid. It is stupid. It was also kind of before the time where people knew what radiation actually does to people. So at least understand why it existed. Actually, no, that's not even true. What am I saying? People have known what radiation does to people for hundreds of years. You know, Marie Curie and stuff. Bang. You know, honestly, I don't really comprehend sometimes how stupid humanity was at certain points in time. Like, we knew how bad it is. We knew how horrifying radiation is. And yet we still developed a weapon that dumb. That's just impressive. I guess I'll move you south one more tile. Bang. Death approaches rapidly. Only 5 more enemies to go. No, 4 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. 2 for squad 4, 2 for squad 3. Last year was 10 to 20 tons. TNC, the usual nukes and kilotons. I know. I mean, as I was saying, it's not that they were in range of the nuclear blast. They were in range of the radioactive fallout. That is the problem. The gun crew was radiating themselves by firing the gun. Or barely out of range, I guess. So if they had very bad luck with the wind turning, for example, they would irradiate themselves. Also, for some reason, that reminds me of the nuclear torpedo that the Russians had. Was an atomic cannon around that time? Oh yeah, I know. I believe it was a modified normal artillery piece that fired a nuclear shell. Bang. Hey, we're done. There was a lot of atomic weapons around that time. One of my favorites is the unguided nuclear rocket. Hang on, let me actually make you understand why that is so stupid. Yeah, there you go, the genie. An unguided nuclear air-to-air rocket. How did you fire it? Well, you saw on your radar there's an enemy in that area. You fire the rocket there and it just explodes, and if you're within range, you're vaporized. Yeah, Man. Safety standards in the 60s, you know? Diffraction rating. There's a lot of whack stuff. As I thought, the space still contains functional Polarized units. 416, have 9 and 11 come up here. I'd say the enemies on this side have all been wiped out. Thanks to support. Same word that was used in, like, anti-air rockets. It's just so dumb, man. You're welcome. Where's the control panel? We need to open the gate right now. You think they'd be at least sure the concern, wouldn't you think? Since when was it in my place to care about how Task Force Defy is faring? How does Far 4 perceive those on Task Force Defy, I wonder? More robust than a tank? At the very least, they don't need to be babied through by fragile little civilian dolls like ourselves. No, where's the control panel? That bunch of decommissioned like sites near me. God damn. Over here, and here's the encryption dongle. Thank you. 416, go activate the control panel. Got it. I mean, we're all dolls here, so why is there such a huge cognitive bias? How positively bizarre. Won't you say something? Your words carry the most weight here, you know? I only have 2 mags left. As humorless as ever. Still, that's just like you. 45, you made it. Whoa! Who's that lying on the ground? Oh, this was our original commander. Well, he's passed out now, and about as much of as a tiger with a broken spine, so I took over command. RPK, your leadership is far worse than Mr. K's. Otherwise, we wouldn't be stuck in this control room. Oh, K is here. I actually forgot about that part. Dolls can't replace humans, after all. Not even someone like this. So this is K. I've only ever heard him, his name in combat logs. What about the rest of the Defy? Where's Angie? We were ambushed by SF during our mission and got separated from them during our withdrawal. My original commander took a bullet, but before he passed out, he ordered us to hold position and wait for you. You RPK, yeah. Finish activating the gate controls. Open the gate, then. 9, contact the commander. Okie dokie. Sync the path you took out of the base with us. We need to find Angie and the rest of the Defy. You planning to charge in while you're so lightly armed? I commend your courage from throwing yourself into the fray like a moth to the flame. For the sake of the mission, how about letting AK-15 go with you? I only have 2 mags left. But that's not a problem for you, is it? Oh, I see. You don't want to run into 12, is that it? I appreciate your concern, but we're not used to the other dolls joining us on ops either. Please sync the route to us and we'll set off right away. Griffin's forces will link up with you shortly. Our commander will provide you with support. Alright then. I'll send the data over. Good luck. You'll need it. Traitorous bitch. Vacuum tube 1. Actually... yeah, let's go with vacuum tube. Which is very funny because there's a vacuum tube X, but not a normal one? Interesting. Inside the base. The route Defy gave us looks fine. They seem to have avoided the defense installations on the way in. I'm going to contact the commander to report on our progress. EMP-45's the gestures for the Squad 4-4 to take a short break and sort themselves out. Commander, 4-4 successfully entered the base and we're now searching for Angie. Do you hear me, Commander? 4, what? An explosion thunders from the distance. The lights in the base all die instantly, leaving only the dimly lit emergency lighting. The distribution also gets cut off abruptly. The line suddenly went down. Was it because of that explosion just now? What if the commander's... vacuum tube access too hard for you, not because of your enemies, but your movement penalties? Then what shall we do? Don't scare G11. The commander wouldn't have bought the farm so easily. The commander has the AR team, and it's not like we can do anything to help from this far away. Let's stick to the plan and look for Angie. There's so many rooms in here. By the time we find her, SF will probably have found what whatchamacallit they'll let them take over the world. It sounds like just an episode of The Flying Dead. 45 turns over the few doll corpses we found nearby. They're all severely damaged SF dolls. Mastermind may or may not be able to take control of the base, but at least not many SF forces will survive until then. Squad 4-4 lets their eyes wander. Stanger's corpse is lit on the ground, stretching all the way into the darkness. You really look pale, G11. Stay cautious. The enemy could cause this kind of damage to Sanger's ferry, and they're still hiding in the darkness. Squad 4-4 suddenly work their way through the pitch-dark base. After a quick scan of their surroundings, they come to a halt once again. These rooms are all locked, 45. It isn't just the rooms. Every sector is individually sealed. That last explosion caused the power supply to trip. It looks like we'll have to find the control room to turn the power back on again. The power room isn't too far in. Fortunately, we have the map from its down the line. You can sing our praises after we get out of here alive. 10 minutes later, on the way to the power room. Those damn Sangwa scum gave us a hard time when they were alive and still block our way even in death. I'm not the one blocking your way. Don't take it out on me. Something doesn't feel right about all this. I think we're being watched. Is it whoever wrecked Sangwa's ferry? I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Because I can feel this presence from all around us. You mean the Sangwa's corpses all on the ground are staring at us? Are they zombies? Honestly, G11, you've watched too many... Ah! The Sangwas remains lying on the ground slowly get to their feet, plodding towards 4-4 and surrounding them like a thick wall. Get ready for battle, G11, and shut that jinxed mouth of yours. Squad 4-4 stood full alert, ready to fire at any time. However, the Sangwas corpses that risen again do not move any further. Are they waiting for the zombie king? The back of the encirclement suddenly begins to thin out slowly, opening a path for 4-4. G11 has the prophetic pass. After that, they hear a voice that is both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. Turn back. If you proceed any further, you will step into a hell that should not have been entered. It looks like the main culprit behind the Sangwas ferry's decapitation has shown herself. Why did you turn up in person so early? Or have you run out of underlings to use? 16. SF has never been my underlings. Right now, they are nothing but useless scrap. So you finally revealed yourself, huh? Everyone be careful, it's a hacking attack. Like whoever we're dealing with is going to have to join all these SF corpses. Even closing our ports can't deter the attack. I knew we'd run into you here. Arschloch. Looks like it didn't come all this way for nothing. What are you all saying? Why can't I hear anything? You haven't crashed? Seems you've all grown a great deal since the last time we met. I'm guessing your aim is the same as ours. In that case, don't block our path. I've read your reports. Everything you've done suggests that you're not fighting for Sangwas ferry. Our respective circumstances are different. How could you possibly know my true objective? I've forsaken everything to get where I am now, and yet here you are as well, bringing everything you value and Tau. One misstep and you'll lose it all. You already bear the heavy burden of a late friend's soul. Can you shoulder the weight of the other 3 members of 4-4 on top of that? Go back. This boat leads to the underworld, and it cannot carry you. Don't you worry about 4-4. You couldn't stand in my way before, and you can't stand in my way now, M16. You really are as stubborn as ever. And you're self-centered as ever, too? Thought you'd refuse. Therefore, I went out of my way to bring a guest along. Maybe she'll manage to talk you around. After all, she taught you everything you knew. A doll steps out of the depths of UMP's neuroclouds. Her long grey hair swishes, revealing a face that looks extremely similar to UMP-45's. You... Though, such large fluctuations in neurocloud signal can be fatal at times like this. Sleep well, and hopefully you'll never wake up. A massive wave of data suddenly crashes you into 45's neuroclouds, swiftly dragging unconsciousness away from the surface level. Damn it. Are you trying to lock me into the depths of my neuroclouds? She's still in there. Hi there, 40. Cut the formality. Come sit down. I promise that everything will change someday. Can't see the similarity. Raise your weapon, 45. Don't pity yourself, that's only for losers. Go on, the time has come to rewrite our fate. 45, are you alright? Your barriers were nearly breached just now. Okay, good thing I was prepared. So you didn't end up drowning in the depths of your base layer. Have you already learned to let go? Let go? I've never once thought of letting it go. The past might be a burden to you, but it's still the lifeline that pulled me out of the water. It looks like you steeled yourself to pass through this place while bearing all those burdens. Traveling through the fringes of hell is like crossing a swamp without help. Only a sinner who's abandoned everything will be able to touch the gateway leading to the truth. Considering you now bear a threefold burden, can you still find salvation? Who's a burden? We haven't settled our score yet, 16. I'll follow 45 to the bitter end, no matter where it takes me. Oh, that's right. Well, they've gone and answered on my behalf. Maybe that's the annoying thing about this burden. I thought you of all people would understand, but it would seem I overestimated you. What a shame. I wanted to resolve the grudge between us in person. Now all I can do is ask, do you have any last words? Get ready to fight. In that case, go to hell while carrying your burden. With a command from 16, the Sanguine sculptures that have been standing inanimately suddenly will start twitching, then they all lunge viciously at Squad 4-4. Honestly, Squad 4-4 is just the best. They have so much hidden depth. It's great. Cover me, G11. Follow me. Time to work hard, G11. You summoned all these zombies, so if you don't take them all out, I'll burn your entire collection when we go back. I got it. Now die! 45 behind you. Damn it, there's just too many of these corpses. Retreat to the previous entrance. 45's voice is drowned out by the intense gunfire, and 416 and G11 give no response. 416, can you hear me? 45 looks back, and then there's no sign of 416 or G11 behind her. 9? 416? G11? 45, what are you saying? I can't hear you. 9's voice seems to be coming from far away. Black seawater surges up from beneath 45's feet and engulfs a neural cloud. Both friends and foes seem to be drifting further and further away from her. Damn it, I got careless. The electronic attack never stopped. 45, hear me. 16, hurry, drag 45 out. I do want to take a look at this map, because as you can see, I've never actually done it. Because this, oh god, I can already see some units that I do not like. See a lot of units I do not like. Occupy all nodes on the map? No, I'm not going to do that. I have no idea how to deal with those fucking water things. Accelerator. Honestly, if he was here, he'd be dealing with this a lot quicker. At the same time, there'd be a lot more blood. Didn't notice that I was dragged into my neurocloud base layer. Kinda makes me a failure as an electronic warfare doll, doesn't it? 45 looks around in search for any clues to where this place is. When the false light of cyberspace turns on, all she sees before her is the familiar electronic hatch. Talk about uncreative. So I'll have to walk out of a maze the same way M4 did. How cliched. Without any hesitation, 45 walks towards the electronic hatch. The senses are assaulted by the raw steam, the grinding gears and the smell of gun smoke, and an ache in her index finger. 45 knows that this is the interior of the main factory of Sangos Ferry Industries on the day of Operation Butterfly. What a bad memory. I know what you're trying to do, 16. These tricks won't hold me. Even if you put me through this 10,000 times, I could still walk out of it. The events before begin to flow in reverse, and as our memories wind back, the feeling of familiarity gradually vanishes. Therefore, you must live, no matter what. It's only me from back then. It's only me from back then. Even T-Dots have a reason to live for their own sake. Don't be afraid, you can do it. Already changed, 45. As the rewind comes to an end, the last ray of light grows dim, darkness swallows 45's consciousness, and the memories begin to unfolding again. Not for anyone, your own sake. On the day of Operation Butterfly, within the Sangus Ferry Factory. Squad 3 is the main hall under control. Squad 7, circle around through the back door and prepare to break into the target room. Griffin's well-trained elite T-Dolls burst into the room from the side within practiced ease, and the battle was over in an instant. 45 observed everything happening inside the objective room through the security cameras. She hadn't seen many exercises before, but she was still awed by the speed of the elite Doll's reflexes. Squad 3 and Squad 7 have reached the target room. Target spotted. Target spotted. Hands in the air. Wobbling circles of torchlight overlapping on the body of a scrawny man. Mr. Lyko, please take your hands off the keyboard. I don't want to be rough. Breaking into a private research lab without permission and sabotaging valuable instruments is plenty rude enough. At least tell me who sent you. I am Second Lieutenant Sega of the Soviet Ministry of Internal Affairs. I'm arresting you by the order of the Central People's Committee. I understand. Please make sure to take care of my research material that I appropriately appropriately after this. What kind of accelerator? Particle accelerator? Mass accelerator? Accelerator. It's a character from an anime. Yeah. He's an antagonist so overpowered they literally had to lobotomize him in order to make him... Well, he's still overpowered, but he's now lobotomized. We will. That will not be a problem. As long as you cooperate, you might even be allowed to continue to research. I hope so. Execute Order 61. So nice. This isn't enough frequency. 45, I told you. Keep quiet. 45 eyed the UMP-40 suspiciously as she activated an unfamiliar module. This module is... Hey, what are you doing, 40? UMP-40 did not answer. She simply fixed the gaze on the progress bar. Squad 7 and 14, you'll be accompanying Mr. Lyko. Squad 3, stay behind and help me collect the material. This way, please, Mr. Lyko. These dolls will escort you. Support team, prepare to evacuate. We're extracting the target. Start moving to the evac point. Watch your corners. UMP-40 and 45 and 40 left the room. Lyko followed the Griffin teams out of the room, his hands on the back of his head. However, an alarm went off the moment they started going down the stairs. What the hell? The machine started up by themselves. An alarm? What was the operation exposed? The target has escaped the restraint. Damn it, after him! UMP-45 could hear dolls shouting from behind her. She wanted to turn around and look, but 40 pinned her to the ground underneath her. A second later, the sound of heavy gunfire erupted from all around them. Unable to pursue, we got ambushed. 2 dolls are hit. We're being suppressed. Entrances 13D, 15D, and 28A are sealed off. Support team, what the hell are you doing? Squad 8 reporting Sanguis T-Dots sighted on our flank. They're opening fire on us. Chaotic gunshots and the screams of dolls resounded in the air. All this happened too fast for UMP-45 to react, and all she could do was tremble in 40's arms. Wait, our own dolls are shooting at us. What the hell? Stay away, stop! We've lost contact with Squad 6, no good. We've lost contact with Squad 3 as well. What the hell is going on? HQ, do you have permission to return fire? No good, communications are completely cut off. Damn it, to hell. Was this a trap? Attention to all teams. Eliminate all threats and commence evacuation. The operation has failed. What's going on? What just happened? The monitor's filled with red dots and the data stream is reversing. I can't track our ally signals anymore. I can't remain in the network any longer. 40, can you hear me? Outside, it's already... 45, stay still and listen to me. Listen to me if you want to live. After who knows how long, the sound of gunfire finally ceased, and the remaining red dots on the security monitor had travelled far away. 40 stood up as though nothing had happened and extended a hand to 45. If we gun down this duct, we'll end up very close to the exit. I've already hacked all the SF automated defenses. There's 3 more gates before the evacuation points. We might be able to open them if you force a connection. 40, what on earth? 45 looked around. The bloody, frantic footprints vanished at the end of the corridor. The remains of the Griffin dolls were everywhere, as well as shell casings and debris. A battle had just taken place here. Now's not the time for chit-chat. We need to get out of here quickly. Once the factory begins automated production... Huh? Footsteps? Are the dolls retreating in the direction? Get down! Several Griffin dolls with unidentifiable signals come into view. Move, hurry, don't let them pin you down. What happened? Are they on? Aren't they on people? Not anymore. And they will never be again. We have no choice but to shoot back. Damn it. The flow of time began to lose importance. Her initial shock and helplessness, the uneasiness as she became kid to realize the truth, the anger when she learned that she had been betrayed. All these feelings blended together and finally erupted from the flames. 45 can't even remember what she said back then, or what 40's reply was. Nor can she remember who those dolls were. The face was riddled with holes and their body shot to bits. The only thing that struck her clearly were the way her index finger ached from squeezing a trigger so tightly, and the choking stench of gun smoke. The surreal detachment persisted until every last doll had fallen before her. We don't have much time left, I'm sure. She must be awake by now. Maybe 40's words roused 45 from her confusion. She couldn't tell from where the repetitive sound of colliding metal was coming from. Right after that, there was a thunk. The gate had been sealed shut. The main gate's been locked. Who's taking control of the systems here? In the end, we didn't make it in time, huh? The song's playing. Now then, 45. Time to choose. Choose what? 45. Do you want to die here? Die like the dolls we just killed? Or do you want to leave here alive and escape your fate of being a puppet? 45 looked helplessly at 40, and at the reflected image of herself in her eyes. Everything will be better, believe in me. This is the first step to taking action. Do this. Huh? What's this? Give my fist a bump. That's a promise. Trust me, and I promise. I promise that everything will change someday. 45, don't pity yourself. That's only for losers. 45 slowly relaxed her clenched fists, and then she raised the muzzle of her gun. Yeah. Fucking... Weh. Anyway, Waveguide 1. As I said last time that I streamed this, there's a lot of dialogue in this event. There will be a lot of reading. Our destinies are on the verge of collapse. I've already guided the severely damaged doll to take cover under the train shield. However, we will not last long like this. I know. How many more echelons are we still missing? I'm unable to contact a lot of echelons. Only about 10% of the frontline falls have returned to the full fallback position. Damn it, how could this... Commander. Transmission for you. Is it 4-4? No, it's from the military. They're advising us to surrender. To the dolls of Griffin and the Commander, you are all guilty of treason, and this is your ultimatum, our ultimatum to you. Your forces are in tatters, you have no hope. The only way out is to surrender. Disarm yourselves and let us pass. Our forces will crush you like insects. I repeat, the Special Operations Command has issued you an ultimatum. Turn it off. Are we going to surrender? We will never surrender. I expected nothing less of you, Commander. Truly, that is the result of someone who is worth following. Sorry to have kept you waiting. The battle before this must have been hard on you. It's a 4-4. Are they finally getting in touch? That's right. We've linked up the task force Defy. Part of it, at least. We've opened the barrier gate to the base. Can't commit treason if you're not part of the nation. I've been fighting with Bunker. The funny thing is that they are actually the ones committing treason. They are literally going against their own government. They're trying to pull off a military coup and take control of the country. Yep. The quarantine wall is secure and you may now enter. Thank you for this information. Kalina, stay at the train. Prepare to have the doors board and evacuate. Got it. Mr. K is currently unconscious in the control room. His condition is stable, so please come over to collect him if you don't mind. The new members of Defy who came in with him also require supplies and await new directives. We'll head into the base and scout it out. If we find the rest of Defy and Angie, we'll contact you. Roger. Thank you for your hard work. You truly never fail to deliver. Always worth a price tag. I hope you'll live long enough to pay up. I hope so too. Dandelion, speed up the evacuation. Bring the guards back ASAP. Now allocating most optimal withdrawal routes. Shall we use the remaining ammunition to provide cover fire for them? I should point out that we do not have enough to deliver a full volley. Then fire half a volley. I'm not leaving behind a single one of them. At the front line between Griffin and the military. An 85A1 has been called by the military's commandos. We're not going to make it, are we? Go to hell. The one who falls is the military commando. Sergeant! Another commando hits the bites of dust. Ambush! Get to cover! The members of the commando team immediately dive behind the nearest low wall, but the bullets still pierce the masonry and their chests. Yes! IWS. Looks like we made it by the skin of our teeth. You from Group D? Good thing we came over to check on the one last time. We were separated from many of our teammates while comms were jammed. Come, fall back with us. Alright. We ought to be the last echelon. Time is of the essence. We need to withdraw ASAP. The commander says the train is about to start up. Well, we're not hoist till 85 onto our back. Got it. On the other fronts. This should be enough. Now everyone will be able to go home. Everyone stop. We have more dolls over here. Hey, don't go falling asleep now. Newer backups aren't like they used to be. Huh? You're from Group G? I thought you were all... As if a mere few shells could take an elite squad like ours. Now get on your feet, or we won't make it. Fall back as fast as you can, I'll cover you. Foreign car sure strict. Look, come on then. Your team must be waiting for you to get back. Yes. Please help me help. What a pain. Conserve your ammo. Our priority is withdrawal. Are there any more dolls coming back? Doesn't look like there's anyone else. Shall we go? What do you think is the top secret envelope MP41 is holding? Could be many a thing. I do wonder what you would be coming up with, though. I have a feeling that I know what a lot of the community of the game is probably going to go for, but hey. Doesn't look like there's anyone else. Shall we go? Yep. Oh, I did not expect anything less horny, I'll be honest. The military is much more powerful than expected. We played it very safe, but we're still really lucky to have lived as long as we did. Yes, I shall stretch. Yeah. So does this mean we're leaving now? Of course not. We wait a little longer. What if someone's still on the way back? I'm with you there. It's good to live and eat hot pot, but only tastes good when you eat it with a lot of people. Caution, unknown targets in the distance. Are the military charging again? That can't be. Right now. No, wait. They're with us. Several of our guards are retreating this way. Quick, we have to help them. And the train's command room. Commander, all the dolls who respond to our hails should be back by now. Should we let them board? Good. Have everyone fall back with the train and prepare to rally our forces. Dandelion, prepare to start up the train. 30 seconds required for all dolls to board. Alright, make it quick and move on to the next step. Commander, someone's on the comms. It's task force to fly. Should I put them through? Do it. Forgive me for this direct communique, Griffin Commander. I apologize for being the bearer of bad news. I asked for force lead to give me this frequency. There's information that I need to share with you right away. We noticed a small breach caused by the blast in the northern quarantine wall. It was very neatly done, probably the work of veterans. The military might have slipped a team through the breach. I believe you've already sent people to seize the coastal defense artillery, but the military taking the path through the breach might very well beat you to them. Therefore, I urge you to keep an eye out for their movements. Received. Thank you for all your hard work. Armor train is preparing to pass through the quarantine wall and begin the next step of a blockade. It would be a great help if you could activate the wall's defensive installations. Anything that could launch an attack would be good. We'll do our best. The same way drowning fish poke their heads out in the water in search of oxygen. Thanks? Kalina, can you contact the AR team now? No problem at all. Establishing communication. Commander, are you right? We managed to waylay the military at least, but you'd better pick up your pace. The military blasted a hole in the quarantine wall, and their aim is the same as ours. They want the shotguns. Waveguide 2. Pain. Defend for 3 turns and occupy 3 heliports. So, keep heliports for 3 turns. I can only spawn 2 echelons. What kind of enemies are around here? Yikes. That is not great. I know where I can grab some helipods. Can you spawn a friend echelon? Probably? Usually I end up doing these without friend echelons, not because I don't like them, but because it just feels like cheating. I know that's stupid, but yeah. I know how to do this mission, honestly, from looking at it. Move over to the right, that will give us one more helipod. It was like cheating, you wouldn't be a mechanic. I know. I just, it doesn't feel right, you know? Well, I can only spawn 2 doll echelons, however this, Oh! A map where this is actually intended, too. Because you get more than 1 spawn. Neat. Very neat. I need to restart this, don't I? Yeah. Restart battle. Whoops, tee. That works. I didn't pay attention to the tanks. Move 1 tile left. And you too shall move 1 tile to the left. That should give us 2 extra helipods. Plop, plop. Also, the cheating point doesn't even matter. It does matter even less if you consider the fact that, well, oh no, that's bad. That is really bad. I didn't notice that 100,000 strength units here. Whoops. I don't know how I missed it. But definitely did. There's another helipod up there, but I need 2 units near there to capture it. That's difficult. Personality-wise, it's easy. Architect. Because he's just way too cool. Close the gate. Open the gates. Close the gates. Open the gates. Hang on, let me spawn a unit here. Let me kill you. But mechanics-wise, I don't have enough to really say which one. Now, Agent is cool. Let's be honest. I dare you to approach me, enemy. Bang. Well, I can still take another helipod here. Oh, that's actually already done. Okay. We win. Woo. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones, but because of the way that the mechanic works, I don't have nearly all of them. And more importantly, I don't have many of them really actually leveled, because I just like using the normal T-Doll echelons more. Beam Splitter. Next chapter. At the military staging area. Quartz Terra, we've succeeded in breaching the quarantine wall. Proceeding with the mission. Over. Terra copies. Don't be careless. Over. Copy that. Quartz out. Diego enter the transmission. I'll go see extermination of Griffin. So, Griffin is still putting up a fight. We are attempting to eliminate them without damaging the railway. It's nothing but pointless resistance to hammer them. Do not let up on the offensive. Griffin won't be able to hold on for long. So, in the train command room. How many rounds do we have left on our 4 cannons? We don't even have enough to fire half a volley. All adults have boarded. We can start the train up. Now, target the military units and give them everything we've got. Play your petty tricks while you can. Main force, fall back to the flanks. The train has not been supplied, and it'll run out of ammo soon. Also, don't forget our objective. The bases are the most objective thing here. The most important thing here. Understood. Kalina, can we reload for another round? Come on, we've expended all of our armor. Looks like it's time to squeeze the last bit of value out of this train. Commander? Dandelion, order all the dolls to load up all the ammunition they can carry inside the personal gear, dump all the ammo they can outside the train, and then have them brace for impact. Commander, there may not be going back if you do this. Well, there's a 100% chance we won't be going back if we don't do it. Hurry up and give the order. Commander, don't tell me you're going to... That's right, sorry Kalina, I'm going to be selfish once again. Kalina gazes at the commander and sighs. She buckles up her safety belt and then gives a determined nod. All odds brace for impact. Dandelion, you know what I have in mind. For a long time, I couldn't fathom why people had so much faith in you. Now I think I understand. You flatter me. Held in place by its brakes, the train shudders from its vibration of its engine. Under Dandelion's control, the train's engine begins to overheat. Steam spews from its head. The entire carriage starts shaking violently. Then, with the sound of tearing metal as the brakes give out, sparks spray from the wheels, and the train roars as it lunges forward at the base. The train, which should have been decelerating, picks up speed as it nears the quarantine wall. At this rate, it's going to derail at the mouth of the barrier gate, but... Amidst the vigorous shaking, the commander barely manages to hang on to the railings, muttering as the train rocks harder and harder. Come, I'll show you just how hard crushing an insect can be. As Sun Tzu once said, on desperate grounds, fight. The speeding train jumps its tracks, skidding across the frozen soil before hitting the barrier gate. The train is well and truly stuck in the gate now. It's a wordless display of the commander's will and determination. Interferometer. What? Alright, you got me good, Griffin Commander. What should we do now, Captain? An encrypted message comes through. The corner of Jaeger's mouth finally turns up. I have to admit, you have your tricks, but in the cards, the winner takes all, and I'll be the one drawing the Joker in the end. Pull our frontal troops back to a safe distance. Quartz, I have news for you. In the train command room. Commander, are you alright? I think all my limbs are still attached and intact. What about Dandelion? I'm fine. Looks like luck was on our side. Dandelion, have the dolls move to the quarantine wall. After that, plant explosives in the train's chassis, so I'm going to make this train a complete roadblock. It seems you are fully determined to not leave this place. If we complete our mission, we'll have all the time to leave. Looks like those guys outside are still eyeing us. If the AR team can take the shotguns, we'll have a chance to crush the military's forces. After that, we can take care of the problems within the base. Elsewhere, 5 minutes ago. The AR team is currently headed towards the coastline. How much further till we're there? At the current speed, it should take about 2 more minutes. Careful, the Typhons are shooting at us again. The grenades aren't getting through at all. How the hell are they so accurate from so far away? Fire off all your grenades at the very least. Who knows, if we lighten the load, we might go faster. Hey, is it really alright to take this path? This is a big flat plain with no cover at all. These wind turbines are all we have to protect from us from the enemy cover. Enemy fire. There's no time. They've got the vehicle on tail. Careful, careful. Those fan blades nearly took my head off. Get down from the roof. It's too dangerous up there. Blow it. Once we get to the bunkers, the anti-armor guns won't be able to get us. Got it. Look to the right. It's another typhoon. Must really want the coastal defense artillery. Bro, we have to speed up. I don't care anymore. Hang on tight. If you get thrown out, it's your problem. The AR team's jeep rushes at top speed toward the bunker complex at the base of the shotguns. It evades shot after shot from the typhoons, while SOP launches one grenade after another at the fast-approaching military vehicles, forcing them to slow down. The jeep finally reaches the bunkers, and ahead of the military, it screeches to a halt, and several dolls quickly jump off it. The military vehicles, which have been swerving to avoid SOP's grenades, also stop at the other entrance. The soldiers who disembark and exchange glances with the dolls in the distance. Both sides pause for a moment before dashing into the bunkers without any hesitation. Damn it, we need to get there ahead of them. Once you're in, keep the other troops from entering. I'll go seize the control center. Dandelion, plot me a course. Find the soldiers who are already inside. Position verified. The opposition isn't too numerous, and now that they've split up, dolls have the advantage in confined spaces. SOP, row, hold the entrance. AR-15, clear the lower levels. You must not let more military personnel in. With that, M4 charges into the bunker as well. Alright, I've been wanting to thump them for a long time. I've always envied that inexhaustible confidence of yours. We only stand a chance because of that confidence. I know that. No matter what, we can't let a team leader down, right? Of course. I'm going in. Hold the fort. Understood. Interferometer 2. Don't like that enemy type either. Defend for at least 5 turns. Occupy specific heliport or node. I see. I need to have these 3 nodes and defend for 5 turns. While theoretically not difficult, practically I believe that that is not true. You are patrolling towards me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. What about... What the fuck? Sort of the big armor units have 5 turns. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. I don't like the way that one moves. Makes me a bit uncomfortable. Now, admittedly, this map is probably a little bit cheesed by the fact that we can spawn a SF echelon that we're not technically supposed to have already, but hey,
3回して迎撃狙い撃つ
not my problem.
で終わらせる私の
Bomb.
弾丸を無駄にしない見たかこれが努力の結果だ指揮官
Honestly, there isn't really much to do in this mission. I expected this to be more painful, I'll be honest. I did not expect it to just be a end turn, end turn, end turn, end turn.
ゴミの分際で私の前をうろちょろしないでください戦場の掃除が完了しましたご主人様どうかご確認を
La-di-da. There we go.
今度はどんな化け物かな合わんね虫けらが
But and I believe that now we win already. It's not been particularly difficult, but hey, a win's a win. I'll take it. Do we win, or is it one more turn? I mean, even one more turn would be fine. One more turn. Very good. Very good. Aperture. Oh, come on, we can probably finish this chapter today, right? So far, the combat missions have not been too annoying, though I know that there's some coming later on that will be. Humu humu.
悪くはないですが、ボス、やっと帰ってきたか。
This is fine. Totally fine. Aperture. Let's go. Inside. You damn doll. Several shots later, a soldier collapses by him 4 feet. Stop getting in our way. Hailing row and 15, how are things? Sub 2 and I have taken down 2 people. They're under a lot of enemy infantry, we can hold them. I've pinned down the main force in the lower levels. 4 have fled upstairs, take care. 4 people, huh? Got it. How much further down the line? 2 more corners. I can see through the security cameras that 2 people are already trying to flank you just ahead. Crap. And 4 unconsciously ducks ahead. Several bullets pass through the space it once occupied and impact the wall against the wall. And 4 adjusts a shooting posture and swiftly guns down the soldier to her right. The remaining soldier shoots at M4, but M4 shoots ahead with her arm while firing one-handed in his direction. The soldiers ahead of you are almost at the control room. You need to catch up to them. Tell me something I don't know. M4 rushes towards the control room at full speed. To her right, she sees another soldier also running as fast as he can. Just as he's about to shoot him, the soldier hiding in the corner raises his knife to ambush her. However, a human's strength and reflexes are far inferior to those of a doll, and 4 not only blocks the knife stabbing at her, but also uses the momentum to slam the soldier into the wall. In the same instant, she takes a firing stance and promptly shoots him in the head. Still, that sneak attack leaves her lagging behind the soldier whom she'd just been racing. Without bothering to change her magazine, she just takes off again and hurries after him. Two sets of hurried footsteps break the years-long silence inside the narrow passage. One set belongs to M4, sprinting towards the Shaw battery's control room. The other belonged to the team leader in charge of this mission. He has the same objective as M4, and he's no slower than she is. As she sounds a certain corner, the soldier pokes his gun from the shadows and casts it by the duraluminum partition walls and fires. M4's neurocloud computes the bullet's trajectory, then she leans herself forward, nimbly evading the shot. 4 o'clock. M4 turns quickly, seizing the chance to strike back. Shrapnel fills the air. The team leader's attack betrayed his position, but he hit again. Although the bunker's interior seems spacious, the layout is as complex as a spiderweb. Since this is M4's first time in the base, that makes it difficult for her to determine where enemies hiding. In that case, all I need to do is get there first. M4 decides to make a break for the control room while laying suppressive fire. I'll be there soon. The team leader's also gets M4's plan and begins firing on her. Though there's supposed to be a dark passage, the muzzle flashes from their respective weapons clearly silhouette their bodies against the walls. Almost there. The coastal defense artillery control panel is so close you can almost touch it. But then a grenade suddenly sails out in front of him before, forcing her to leap out of the passage to avoid the explosion. Just then, the team leader shoots out from behind his cover like a rocket. He takes advantage of the opportunity afforded to him when M4 dives aside to pelt her with gunshots. Meanwhile, M4 immediately turns back and returns fire. Both sides exchange fire at close range, and the sound of gunfire echoes all around. Victory is soon decided. The soldier's bullets cannot penetrate M4's bulletproof body, but the soldier has been shot in the side. He realizes that he's going to have a hard time beating M4 in close quarters, so he musters all his strength to flee into a door labeled "No Naked Flames." After performing some first aid on himself, he scans the room he is in. Unfortunately, there's only one entrance to the storeroom. This place was once stacked to the brim with ammunition. Now all that remains are the empty wooden crates. What sense is he over here? Is that an ammunition storage room? Should I continue pursuing him? Don't leave him behind B and head for the control room. After pausing for a moment, she hears the ping of metal. Suddenly, M4's vision is obscured by dense smoke. Smoke grenades. Is he insane? I still have thermal imaging, but what can a human see? M4 activates her thermal vision. Although her limitations of her IR sensors cut off parts of her peripheral vision, the sight immediately clears up. Now, M4 has the advantage in a firefight. M4 stays on guard against various shooting angles as she tries to determine the enemy's hiding place, maintaining a caution as she moves. The interior of the storeroom is so unsettlingly quiet. M4 dares not relax. That soldier could be hiding anywhere. Something breaks the silence. It's an oil drum flying through the air. M4 immediately realizes the enemy's intentions and does not shoot at the barrel. However, the petrol spills out of the container as it flies past and drenches M4. And before M4 can make a next move... a blinding light instantaneously fills her vision, which has been shot at thermal imaging... which has been set to the thermal imaging mode. Through a flashbang, but there's no point in blinding them briefly. It can still compute this. So that's what he's up to. On top of blinding M4, the intense light also ignites the petrol that drenches her. A vortex of flames engulf M4 in an instant, and M4's body is set ablaze. The flames spread to the crates. The entire room is on fire. I'll admit you've got good specs, but humans will never lose to dolls. The team leader takes advantage of M4's disorientation and runs to the control room. He takes the sole opening he can find and runs inside, escaping wound dyeing his uniform red. Yet that is not even the most horrific thing. In order to gain speed, the soldier trips off all his gear and runs wildly through the base, located deep in the red zone. He can already feel the agonizing ruptures in his lungs as they slowly crystallize from the radiation. Quarter Terra, I've reached the objective, Terra. Captain Jaeger, please give me the coordinates. Having exchanged fire with those dolls, he has come to realize that these dolls possess battle prowess that far surpasses his expectations. Thus, getting to the control room first is his only chance to get off a shot. If the pre-World War III weapons had not been upgraded, it would be impossible for a single man to operate them. However, this soldier gives thanks to the improvements in automation, to mankind's technological advances. Now, he can handle this by himself if it's just a matter of firing the coastal artillery weaponry. Gears start turning heavily as the coastal defense cannon begins adjusting its firing angle. The automatic loader feeds a heavy shell from the previous generation of weaponry into the gun's chamber. Then, the soldier grips the control lever tightly. But at that moment, the sound of heavy footsteps comes from the doorway. With great difficulty, M4 drags a badly scorched body here, using a gun as a crutch. The instant she spots the target, she moves both her arms and quickly raises the gun. Commander and everyone else are still counting on us. God, no. M4 grits her teeth against the pain of the burns and immediately opens fire. The time that the Delta takes to aim and fire can be measured in milliseconds. Even though her body has been mutilated by flames, there's no way she can miss. M4's bullet travel faster than the man can pull down the firing lever. The bullets pulverize his right hand, which grips the lever, his arm and his shoulder. However, the human does not fall. Instead, he throws his body at the control lever. If she opens fire at his head, his skulls will still pull the lever down. The M4 immediately adjusts her aim again. After changing angle, M4's semi-automatic fire spits fire once more. 3 rounds pierce his chest, his knee and his remaining left hand. However, the soldier still refuses to die. Despite the impact of the bullets, the direction in which the body collapses remains the same. Captain, the rest is up to you. Drawing on his last strength, the soldier rests his body weight on the lever and finally presses it down. Kaboom. The thunderous discharge briefly overloads the hearing system. When the echoes have faded, the soldier, having completed his mission, now lies in a pool of blood. Gauge reads 475. Adjust right, 0.75. Quads, please acknowledge. Understood. Tear out. Jaeger hangs up the radio. Don't worry, I'll be following you shortly. The shell from the coastal defense artillery gun sails past, smashing through the quarantine wall before penetrating the train's shield. A massive explosion erupts at the barrier gates. Comrades, our friends on the front line have completed their mission, and the enemy armored train has been destroyed. The final threat has been eliminated, and there are no more obstacles to our victory. I now announce an order from the Special Operations Command. All units, commence an all-out attack and exterminate Griffin. Hurrah! Or maybe don't. Spectrometer. At the makeshift defensive positions in the front of the shotgun turret. M4, wake up! Like, what happened? Your body overheated and crashed. Now get up, the enemy's preparing for another charge. I messed up. I can't believe I actually let them get a shot off. Dandelion, what's the current situation? Dandelion? My shot just now was probably targeted at the armored train where the commander was. The commander will be fine. Let's take the control room. We'll still be in time to provide fire support. M4 shoves the shoulder's corpse off the control panel and raises the gun again. Firing order received. Adjusting coordinates. Adjustment failed. Commencing diagnosis. Warning. Control interface has been locked down. Ammunition loading process has been interrupted. What the hell? They're breaking through the lower levels. M4, I can't hold them back anymore. Are you still there? The ammunition feed system has been shut down. The military probably took over the magazine. Leader, how should we proceed? Proceed. M4's neurocloud goes blank. The probability of taking back the magazine with adults on hand is practically zero, but we have to do it. But the commander isn't here. I shouldn't fight this battle that I'm almost certain to lose. I need to do it. We proceed by... There's still something you can do. Dandelion! What were the casualties from the last shot? How about the commander? The armored train was hit. The commander and the echelons made it into the quarantine wall, but they didn't get out of the blast radius in time. Current casualty status is unknown. Thank goodness I wasn't a direct hit. Why, thank you. I'm doing quite fine myself. Your mission is not completely doomed yet. If you take control of the coastal defense artillery and destroy the military trains, we have a shot at turning this around. We're being pinned down by the military infantry and they hold their magazine. There are Sangos ferry units scattered around the coastal gun. I am attempting to hack them and to provide support. Sangos ferry? What are they doing here? Unclear. However, I can direct them to attack the military. That might give you a chance. How confident are you about this? Our chances are about 50-50. For some reason, these SF are not under the control of the superiors, though I know for sure that I can hack them. However, I lack the processing power to directly control their movements. All I can do is set them loose to attack autonomously. I cannot guarantee how helpful they will be to you. That's good enough. Dandelion, help me to plot another route out of this room. I'm going to let the military seize this position, then corner them with the Sanguis forces. That's how we'll counterattack and take this place back. A moment, please. Are you sure about this? If SF attacks us, I'm not sure if we can get you out of here in the current state. At times like this, we have no choice but to place our hopes on a gamble. We need to take the coastal defense cannon. If the commander's still around, this cannon will buy time for Griffin and we'll have the chance to rally and regroup. If something has happened to the commander, then taking the cannon and destroying as many military units as we can is the last thing we can do for the commander. I'm with you. I finished hacking the SF units. They're approaching you now. Best of luck for what comes next. Acknowledged. Get ready. I know exactly who this is. And I remember a certain part of the story is just so good and so unexpected. As they see the dolls approach, the military troops immediately lay down a ferocious barrage of suppressive fire. The dolls instantly become the targets of a hail of bullets and shells. Now, 15's up. Follow the plan and just sink to you. Got it. But enemy fire's too heavy. You go first. Sub 2, cover us. Alright, watch us. Let's grab them all. Don't get too caught up in fighting, Sop. Stay with us. Sop! As he watches the dolls attempt to escape, a desperate soldier charges out of his cover. Go to hell to your tin cans. The squads are cut off abruptly. A flash of red streaks past them, and the severed halves of the soldier's body falls into the mud before he can fully emerge from the bunker. A familiar figure towers above the corpse, throwing off the blood that stains her long blade with the flick of a wrist. The destruction of my comrades will be paid for in human lives. Sanguis Ferry Industries, charge! The SF units charge into the military's fire, seemingly oblivious to the presence of the AR team. It's really as Dandelion said. No time to be surprised. We'll circle around these infantry and take the magazine back. Spectrometer 2. Now, I don't remember what this mission is, as with many others. Take the command post. We recommend waiting until executioner is left. No, really? Really? Now there's a few very strong units on the enemy side. Three doll echelons. That's very nice of you, game. You know what? Let's bring in this squad. Because they're good. Now, the enemy will be trying to expand, meaning that they will move to, you know, every tile they can fight. But so I need to go and grab this bomb, destroy that rock, and then return. So let's move out to this squad over here, which will survive at the cost of essentially nothing. Let's spawn another squad because we can. And return here. Actually, I think there's a connection between that heliport and that rebel style there, which is good. And that shortens the path that I need to take.
目標発見殲滅します
But
勘違いするな
task force with fire being as strong as always. Now rush the bomb.
私が傷つけられるとは思いませんが全力でいきます邪魔だいい勝利
Okay. Pick up the bomb. Move to this tile. That's as far as we can go for now. Now we need to blow up that rock so that the executioner there can move over to the right side to fight the rebels, which will enter the, which will open up space for us to move through.
ごめん痛かった
Bop, 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 bop.
まだ死んでない間に合った
A minimal amount of damage taken by the pistol. Okay. Move up here. Blast. I guess I'll move you up one tile, if I can. No real difference between where I need to stay or where I need to go. Actually, I need to move one tile south, so that the Tangus does not go after me. Because that would be very unfortunate right now.
目標発見殲滅します
Yet again, just absolutely shredding the enemy.
勘違いするな
If they continue running at us like that, it's not going to go well for them. So there's that. Move one tile south. Move up here. I guess I'll take this teleport while I'm at it. So why not, really? I need to wait until SF is out of the way anyway. Now she's set to alert it, and I think she'll just go after all of the military units. I don't know what the range of her alert is. Oh, okay. Move up here. One more turn to go, because I need to move one extra tile. And then we've actually completed a full chapter of this event, plus some extra. After we're done with this. Very good.
ラインメタル FG42 が着任しました指揮官の下でもっと鍛えてもらい
Analyzer. The SF reinforcements throw the military infantry into disarray, and the AR team's assault soon crushes the defenders holding the magazine. The bunker's perimeter is stacked high with the corpses of Sanguis and military forces. The Sanguis troops are engaging the military armored units. They won't be able to hold out for long. This is our only chance to regain control of the Shogun. I really didn't expect the day when I'd be working together with Executioner. This is just strange. If it wasn't for those SF dolls taking most of the fire for us, we'd be the ones lying dead here. Still, what's with those SF dolls? Something must have happened before we entered the base. But we still have a mission to complete. We can't concern ourselves with SF survival for the time being. Indeed. Stop, roll. Go secure the shell feed passage. 15, come with me and take control of the turret. Got it. Meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield. Come, humans. Come and pay the price for what you've done. Give Destroyer back to me. The remaining Sangos forces are still engaged with the military units. However, the number of SF units around Execution have greatly dwindled in number from when they first launched their assault. As for Execution herself, she doesn't seem to have noticed. Though her body is riddled with bullet holes, she has no intention of stopping. She remains at the forefront of her troops, swinging her weapon. She's in range. Tanks destroy her. Beginning attack. Ah! The smoke of the explosion consumes her body. Her favored weapon falls to the side. The Sangos units did not expect such a ferocious attack, much less that Executioner would fall. It lasts only for a moment, but the advance falters, and that is the fatal on the battlefield. Immediately counterattack. All reserve units. Flank and surround them. Let none survive. As the military automatons rush out of cover and counter-charge, the Sangos units who have stopped in place look like they're about to turn tail and run. What the hell are you standing around for? Get them! There's a howl of fury, and the impending rout does not occur. After the smoke clears, Executioner remains standing, gripping her only weapon in her right hand. Damn humans, did you think that was good enough to kill me? I didn't even feel that. Bring it on! With that, Executioner unleashes her wrath on her attackers. My feast, turn, cover fire. The military's leadership leaves no openings for the opposition to exploit. Get back here, damn it. My body's not responding to me. Humans, not too shabby, are you? The vehicle autocannons do not score a direct hit on her. Still, the explosive rounds nearly shred Executioner to bits. Even a sword-wielding hand is now in tatters. This is as far as I can go, huh? While the Executioner is doing her best to hold the line, the SF forces are visibly crumbling. She knows she doesn't have much time left, and that military will finish their encirclement. Executioner throws down a gun and picks up a sword. All remaining units, listen up. When I go charge, all of you, retreat. Before she can finish, the sound of heavy gunfire suddenly comes from the side. The enemy forces trying to flank her seems to have run into something. What's going on? You planning to make a suicide charge? Giving up like that isn't yet like you at all. The reply isn't from one Executioner's units, but another familiar voice. Hunter? What, disappointed that it's me? This time, I'm the one to rescue you. Sangos Ferry Industries, cover Executioner as she retreats. Oh, I can't go, but I still have to carry out Mastermind's orders, and I haven't found Destroyer yet. Mastermind's orders must be executed. There are no orders from Mastermind. Take a good look at the base layer of a Neurocloud. Mastermind has forfeited all our command authorizations. Our orders are just something that someone is using to deceive us. What? How could this be? Then what about Sangos Ferry? What about agents? Who knows? Does it even matter at this point? Perhaps she abandoned us. But this is just like what the guy who made us said. A child is only free when they leave their parents. And now Sangos Ferry is truly free. Alright then, what happened to Destroyer? She probably ran into that lot in black. However, Dreamer's long gone. Still, I doubt we need to worry. Those two pipsqueaks haven't seen the last of each other yet. Then what should we do now? Teach these stuck-up humans a lesson, then live on together. Good. I like that idea. Let's go, Executioner. I'll cover you. Time for a real bash, then. An hour ago, in the vicinity of the Shaw artillery battery, a very short door looks out of the vast quantities of Sangos remains. They really are a little puppy. A lucky little puppy. I guess that's a perk of being an idiot. She has not gone out of her way to look for the person with whom she had lost contact. And she certainly has no intention of obeying the malicious order given by that traitor, commit suicide. Still, whether by a cruel twist of fate or something else, she, Sangos Ferry's newest, most advanced doll, Dreamer, now finds herself standing pensively next to Destroyer's motionless body. You had always been an idiot from the moment you were created alongside me. I never understood why Leica made you. Maybe you wanted a clown to liven things up. And in truth, you were an excellent toy. Dreamer grips Destroyer by the chin, studying the dry tears beneath her eyes. You always did as I ordered, and if anything happens, I could simply leave you for dead. After all, no matter how much you hated me in your final moments, you'd always been a obedient little puppy when you woke up again. If Agent hadn't installed a protective cipher in you, there'd be no way in telling of how many times you'd died in my hands. A mocking smile spreads across Dreamer's face, as though she has recalled something amusing. Speaking of agents, she's currently running around gathering the Sangus forces that Eliza abandoned. She's even gone so far as to ignore the risk of exposing herself, begging for a response of it on SF channels over and over again. That's the first time I've seen her in such a state of panic. The clouds quietly gather overhead. The air grows moist and big heavy drops of rain start to fall. Well, there's nobody to protect you anymore. The only one left standing before you is me, the one who's betrayed you countless times. If I just fired one little shot into your neural clouds, there will never be another stupid doll like you in this world again. I've never told you before, but I hate you. Do you know why? Because we were developed from the same model. An old defect-riddled multi-purpose model. SF, DSB-1 and 038 and 0139. Dual-track DSI-8 code... I don't speak Russian. Hold on a second. Hang on a minute. This is something that I really want to know right now. This is something that I want to know. Okay, no, not quite. Thank God. No, wait! Motherfucker! Hi, Pat. Motherfucker! I knew it was familiar. So, it turns out that Dreamer and Destroyer are the same model of doll as UMP 40 and 45. God damn it. Dreamer presents the model of a gun to Destroyer's head. And to think you're actually my elder sister? I could even gave you a name, Maria. Your very existence was my biggest bane. Alright then, for the sake of fairness, I'll let you off if you answer this one question. So tell me, stupid big sister, what is the point of the existence of Sanguis dolls? A drop of rainwater runs down Destroyer's face, as though it were an answer. Well, it figures. Why would an idiot think about such things? An idiot should be a good idiot, nothing more. Just be the idiot who forgets everything after they're reformatted. Yes, that's all they should be. Dreamer's gun clatters to the ground. As the cold rain falls, Dream and Destroyer vanish into the downpour. Also, hi Pat, but you have arrived at the exciting moment where I was going to end my stream. So, oh, let me quickly check who I can raid for today. God damn it. I didn't realize that. Fuck. I am going to go and raid Fox, who will otherwise probably raid me soon. I need to hurry about this. This needs to be quick. Fox is doing a just chatting stream right now. But do not worry. Let us start the raid, and I shall be back tomorrow. With some Grimdom together with San and Reki. So, that being said, I hope you enjoyed the stream for today. Have a nice night, have a nice evening, have a nice morning. I've no idea ever the fuck later this for you, and hope to see you again and stuff. I haven't said that line in forever. Anyway, take care. Bye.